It was a busy day at the state capitol where nearly 300 people signed up to address a bill that would make major changes to land use policies across Colorado.
The bills also expand the kinds of housing options allowed in different areas of our state.
Denver 7's Colette Bordelon is digging into why a plan backed by the governor to fix Colorado's housing problems has plenty of cities pushing back.
This is a beast of a bill.
In one of the most crowded committee hearings so far this session,
the secret's out about Colorado.
Affordable housing is at the heart of Senate Bill 213.
It is really about making sure that housing of all types is available to Coloradans.
Part of the massive bill would prevent local governments from restricting zoning to only single-family housing in areas, allowing for denser development.
I just want you to know I do have several questions.
The hearing came with criticism from some legislators.
I would just say this. I'm a bit dismayed, though. There isn't anything in the amendments that talk about the public or the neighborhood's voice.
While Centennial, a home rule city, is concerned.
We have about 84% of our community is single-family homes. Centennial citizens wanted self-determination, and every part of Senate Bill 213 takes that away from the rights of our citizens.
Centennial's not alone. There are lots of cities already opposing this bill. Right now, many of them waiting in this committee to testify.
To have this happen to their neighborhoods would be detrimental to everybody.
Those behind the bill say a level of local involvement is retained in the legislation.
It's only in the event that they choose not to enact their own local code that the state code will be implemented by default.
Groups like the Colorado Coalition for the Homeless support the goals of the bill.
We know what the solution to homelessness is, and it's housing.
But they want to see amendments made, like affordability requirements.
As a state, we haven't built enough housing for people across the income spectrum. But specifically, we haven't built enough housing for those living at the lowest income.
Lawmakers are working on changes to the bill that would address the affordability requirements, along with specific needs of mountain communities.
We don't just want to build without making sure that what we're building is affordable.
Now, the question is, what's the best way to do that for Colorado?
We just need to find some really smart ways to get there together.
This bill needs to die in committee.
If the bill were to pass through the Senate, it would still need to make its way through the House. Colette Bordelon, Denver 7.
And looking deeper tonight, the way the bill stands right now, it would block municipalities from regulating how many unrelated people can live in one home. It would also limit the power of homeowners associations to restrict housing and reduce construction limitations so homes can be built more quickly. Despite casting a white umbrella, parts of the bill would be tailored to individual needs and constraints of communities based on their population size and resources available. So to see a full write-up of the bill, you can read Colette's story on Denver7.com.